Perfect.
And then I always start.
Yes.
It's going to be very long.
Okay.
We'll just let that play for a moment.
I'm fucking with it. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, go.
This is the choreographer in you.
I love it.
This is the choreographer in you.
It is. I don't know what this move is, but is it good?
Oh my gosh. They have all these other sound effects too.
That's so cool.
I'm not gonna do it.
That is so cool. We're gonna go through all of them.
No, we're not gonna do that. And today we have Delila.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. we have Delila. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. There we go.
Oh, stop it. Blush. I'm blushing. Stop.
Delila, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's an honor to have you on here.
It's an honor to be accepted on here. I don't know how many times I have to say that.
To start off, would you like to introduce yourself?
Oh, God, yes. Hi, my name is Delila, and I'm a creator. That's it. That's really it. There's nothing much to it.
And what do you do?
I do anything that requires creating, specifically acting, dancing, singing, writing.
Can do it all.
I haven't directed. I've been in a directing class, but I haven't directed.
Do you want to?
I think so. That would be fun. That would be really fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Being behind the camera or in front of the camera?
Honestly, I've been preferring writing. So I've been preferring like the developmental process of making a story. Mm-hmm. And I think it's just because I'm a big stickler with justice towards characters and situations, and you can only do so much as an actor.
Yeah.
You know, I love acting, don't get me wrong, but it's really nice to be able to
create your own.
Yes. Especially when you're as passionate about humanity as I am. So,
are you writing with the intent of directing or it being out there soon in the future?
So actually, B&T, Brand New Theater, has a 10-minute play festival coming up.
Yes, they do.
And my play got accepted into it. So
congratulations.
I wrote that, but I'm picking my director. And so I'm actually really excited for this opportunity because I'm going to be able to see what it's like to see someone direct my own stuff.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
And then see if that's maybe something I would like to do. But all I know is that I've been really enjoying writing. So,
are you going to be involved in that process? As soon as you pick the director, are they going to do their thing, or are you still going to be involved? I'm
still going to be involved. So, as far as I know, I'm doing revisions right now with the help of the literary team there, and then I'm going to be there for the audition process, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be there for all the rehearsals too. Wow. At least that's on the schedule and stuff. So.
Wow. When is that happening?
I think at the end of this month, I think.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's really exciting because it's a story that means so much to me. So it's really exciting.
Is it your own story or is it?
No, but it's based off of the community that I grew up in. Lovely. So it's not my own, but I definitely have roots in like some of the aspects.
Absolutely.
Of the play. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness, so talented. Okay, what? So you have your list of talents. What can't you do?
Math. I was a Marshall student for a bit. I have my associates in business.
Wow.
But I no. No, thank you. I'm okay. I'm okay. I don't want to do that no more. So. Did
you have a different career in mind or what?
Dude, I feel like I've tried everything. So when I first got to college, which I don't think any 18-year-old should be making their decision for the rest of their life. Like, that's crazy. No. I was big in this idea of stability. I really wanted safety, security. I wanted to be stable. And I grew out of that mindset. As a creator, I feel like if you choose this path, you can only crave stability for so long before
Stability
you're like,
terrifies.
it's terrifying before you want to, before it literally gives you fear.
Yes.
And so
Yes.
like, I'm scared of like settling down. Like
that's not even a possibility.
I'm not even
future.
thinking. No,
I'm not
literally,
even thinking about that.
I'm not even thinking about that. It's
No.
so funny because my friends, there are some friends from home that are like, "Oh, what about like a house? Like buying a house?" I'm like, "Girl, I'm not even thinking about
I'm
that."
hoping I'm constantly changing cities all the time. Or
Exactly.
I'm constantly, moving or something. I don't
And that's
know.
how you know you're meant for it.
I'm just saying.
That's what I'm saying.
I constantly want to travel.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's a dream to be going to locations that you've never gone to because of travel and you're getting paid to do it. You get to act. Oh, stop it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's a pain in the booty hole. It really is. This job is not for the weak, but like, it's like, I don't feel like there's anything else.
There's nothing else
I
that'd
would
be in my
rather
future.
do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I've been through, even when I was doing business, it was like yeah, it was okay.
But it wasn't making you happy.
It wasn't making me happy.
No.
And I would rather like tear myself to the bone doing something that I love than tear myself to the bone doing fucking macroeconomics.
That sounds terrifying.
What is that? What is it?
I don't know what it is. I couldn't tell you.
I don't even know either, and I took the class twice. So
different to microeconomics or whatever. I don't.
Yeah,
I can't
maybe
tell
just
you.
bigger.
Yeah, maybe smaller. I don't know.
Bigger,
Who
smaller.
knows?
Yeah, no, can't.
When did you start? When did you start creating rather than acting? Or maybe it was the same thing.
Yeah, I when I was younger, I would always like sing around the house, and I just like I don't know. So my dad actually, we should start there.
Okay.
My dad is an underground rapper, and
Wow. Okay. Whoa.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
So no, my dad is an underground rapper, and as much as like, there's always a question of nurturing versus nature, right? And I don't know how much of it is just like in my blood or how much of it was just me being exposed at a young age to like my dad producing beats and writing music. And he's just a very like, very articulated person for the community that he grew up in.
Okay.
And I think that inspired me to be like singing when I was younger. And then again, what I was telling you before we started, I would be in like the church pew writing little stories, and like I didn't realize that was something that I could actually do something with. Like
Absolutely.
I thought it was just like me being a little weirdo, and like just like like what 11-year-old? Okay, no, because I know that there's people that have done weirder, right? But like it was just strange to me that instead of like all my other friends just wanted to go and like
they're playing games
and stuff, and I just want to sit
And
there
they're hanging
and
out.
write about like this magical place I've never been to. So that was kind of when I realized. I was like, no, I didn't realize it then. I literally didn't.
No.
Which is so funny because this journey for me has been just so like I didn't ask for it.
Oh,
Guys, I wouldn't I'm sorry, I would not ask to be an actor or writer.
No?
I'm gonna be so honest.
You wouldn't ask to be one?
No. I would rather be passionate about, I don't know, nursing. Or like, I don't know, being a lawyer. Like,
I feel like, I feel like I would probably be asked to be I wanted to be an author at first. I wanted to be a novelist. I still do, but acting came over and took over everything. I originally wanted to do computer science and architecture. So
oh my God, gag.
architecture was like,
yeah.
I loved buildings and I was just drawing maps of everything. And I think that would have been really cool to be a cartographer or something like that. Acting kind of came out of nowhere.
It comes out of
acting
nowhere.
wasn't even the priority. I was like, I want to do film and TV, so I wanted to do production, and then acting kind of came out of nowhere. So I wasn't even expecting that too.
Yeah, no, that was exactly how it was for me. I wasn't. Well, also I wasn't told that it was an option as a kid. You know,
exactly.
So I was.
I didn't
like,
think that was an option.
I didn't think it was.
No.
And so I just like, and then you hear all these kids. No
child actors and everything.
You get it because like there's these other kids that grew up with theater backgrounds and stuff like that, like doing it since they were young, and I'm just like, Your mama let you do that?
I didn't know that was an option.
Like,
I didn't know that was
what?
an opportunity.
No. No.
I'm so pissed that I didn't in high school. I didn't do theater. I didn't do it at all. I didn't touch it. I didn't even look at it.
Yeah.
I didn't go to a single play. I don't know if they had plays. They did, but I just didn't know.
You just didn't know, yeah.
And so I wish that could have been an option.
Mm-hmm.
It was okay to do that.
Starts crying.
I wish that was okay.
I wish that was okay to do. No, I get you. I get you on a visceral, psychophysical level.
You
That's
know?
not a word.
That's
but
not a word at all. But we'll make it. We just made it up.
Make it a word.
Oh, when did you start acting?
So again, around the same time in my childhood, I would act out scenes from Lilo and Stitch.
The fire.
Like all the time.
Makes
For
sense.
no reason. I didn't know what acting was.
It's okay.
I didn't know what acting was. All I knew is that I liked replaying scenes from Lilo and Stitch, specifically the one where she was throwing her doll, the stupid one, the stupid looking one, on the ground. And I had that stupid doll. I think I still do, actually. I'm a big plushie person. Anyways.
As you should be.
She would throw it on the ground. She'd like march away all angry. And my mom and my dad would say like, oh yeah, you'd always
do that
one scene. And then as I got older, I would do scenes in front of a mirror.
Interesting.
It's weird because I didn't know what theater was. I didn't know what theater and acting was. All I knew.
You was already doing it beforehand.
I just knew that people were on TV sometimes.
Yeah.
And like, that's it.
I thought they were on the TV screen.
They're on TV. That's all I knew. That was like, I had no idea of, I didn't know what blocking was until my first year here.
I had no idea.
Actually second year here, I had no idea. I was like, what the fuck is a blocking?
Choreography, all that stuff.
I was
I
like,
didn't know what that is.
what?
No.
It's crazy.
I just didn't accept that.
No. I was just like, none of it really was, it just seemed like this far away, distant thing.
Yes.
You know? That
LA just seemed like it was just something that just wasn't in the future.
It would never happen.
No, never happened. I completely understand that. Would you want to be if you could do it again, would you want to be a child actor?
Yeah, I was a big attention whore. And now I actually hate, attention. Like, I've just grown into this, like when I was younger, I loved being the center of everything. And as I grew up, I guess I matured into someone that like, I actually hate being perceived. So like acting is a strange love for me.
That's interesting.
It's so interesting because I hate it.
Acting, you have to be perceived.
You have to. You have no other choice.
There's no other option.
It's a paradox.
You're the only one on the screen sometimes. Yeah.
But for me, it's like, I think the thing that I love about acting the most is giving, again, justice to the characters, being able to materialize this person and give them like a beating heart, like a body almost. And I think that's what's most fascinating to me. And I just love brains. Brains are so fun, you know? They're really fun.
Sure.
No, they are. And I think that's why I don't love acting for the attention aspect, because that shit is fucking like...
It's a doozy.
There are some times where I'll be vulnerable as an actor. Yeah. And then afterwards, I'm just like, people perceived me as vulnerable.
I despise it now.
I hate it.
God damn.
Got it.
Never again.
No. But then I'm just like, I love that's my medium for these characters. I just like, I don't know. I love the aspect of picking their brains. It's so fun.
How would you react if you did get awards, which you will, inevitably?
This guy, this is why I love Trey. This is why Trey's the best. So encouraging. I think that, I don't know. I remember when I was younger, I'd be like, thank you to my community.
Practicing the award speeches,
Thank
of course.
you, of course.
I kind of do it still.
And now I feel like I'd probably be crying so hard.
I think, you know what?
I genuinely think that I'd probably be bawling so hard that I wouldn't be able to get anything
I don't know
out.
if I would go on stage.
I
think I'd just stay in the chair. I'd just be shocked.
I genuinely think that's what would happen, because that's usually what happens when something really good happens to me.
Yeah.
And it's like unbelievable. I just like, I can't. I'll just repeat several words and start stimming. I just don't know what to do.
I kind of just black out for a moment.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm trying to, I don't know like if anything I've had like a really good, like the happiest moment that kind of just made you kind of like, even I feel like the moment that probably should have made me feel that way was probably the USC acceptance. But at that time I didn't know what USC was, and I didn't want to go to USC.
Really?
I wanted to go to NYU. So I wasn't
That
even.
was me too.
you know?
It was me too.
So I was like, I wanted to.
I got rejected. Frick you.
I got
NYU.
waitlisted, and I didn't hear anything back. So I was just like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Would you want to go to NYU again?
No, I think that I hated USC my first year here. You
hated?
I hated.
Despised it?
With a passion.
Why?
What
did they do to you?
I know, what did they do to me?
I'm just saying.
Just a school of privilege, and I just
Privilege,
was very. I know. I'm sorry. I was just very.
Privilege.
Privilege.
Yeah,
kids. But it was. Yeah, no, my first year was just so hard. And I think it was like a combination of just like my living situation too. I was living in Nimbo and
great spot. Wow.
Great spot. No, it was great. I miss it
Great
now
spot.
in hindsight. But it was just I was surrounded by so many because I was like 21 and
I'm 21.
You're 21?
I'm 21.
I'm 24. Yeah. Yeah. I know. So I was 21. I know. No. Let's not talk about it. The oldest, like senior in the USC class of 2025.
You're doing your thing.
So, anyways, I just felt like the community I had at the time, because I was in Marshall again. It was very, como se dice, like it felt very toxic because obviously these are kids. Yeah. They're all 19-year-olds, just like freshly, some like 18,
just
19, just turned 19, just trying to figure out and navigate like fraternities and clubs and friendship circles. And like the drama was just so immature, and it was just.
I felt like high school again.
Yeah, and
despised it.
And none of them, I could relate to none of them. Like absolutely none of them. I came from like a background of like I grew up with a single mom. Like I came up from a background of like poverty, and it was just
surrounded by a lot of
privilege, and the things they were talking about was just so minuscule.
Yes.
And then every time
first world problems, yeah.
Yeah, and then every time that I would talk, I was literally vulnerable right now. I was literally homeless literally before I got to USC. Yeah. Like quite literally the month before. And they were all talking about all this like like it was just I think I genuinely just couldn't like I felt so out of place. I felt so isolated. Yeah. And I felt like like nobody understood anything and nobody cared about anything that mattered. And I actually wanted to transfer after like my first year. I was just like, I kind of want to transfer. Like I actually hate it here.
I don't blame you.
And also every time I would open up about like stuff that was happening to me, nobody cared.
No response.
No response. It was too much for them because they had never experienced.
Because they're already dealing
like
with their own stuff.
Yeah,
so they can't make space for you.
Yeah, exactly. And they were theater people. Oh. Not to say that we're the best.
Okay.
But it's to say that definitely when I transferred into SDA, there was a lot more, I guess, of a capacity for vulnerability.
Empathetic.
And empathy. Yeah. It just like exists a little bit more there. Like, of course, we have our problems. Let's not like dance around that. We definitely have our problems. Yeah. We're dramatic as fuck. Comes with the title. School of Dramatic.
Dramatic Arts. Come on.
But there was definitely more and it didn't solve my problems. I think what solved my problems was my own journey and my own like creating my own home with them in myself and
making
my
your
own
community.
Safety. Yeah. But it was definitely so much better after I transferred and I was able to finally nurture my artistry.
I feel like it's a weird feeling because I was an RA for 2 years and over at Burn Grant, and it's just like 2 years meeting all these wonderful students and they're all freshmen, but also they are going on trips and they're,
that was another thing. Yeah.
They're buying a bunch of stuff and then, discarding it afterwards because they don't need it, and, partying every week and every weekend and not really having to worry about academia.
Like making out with like him,
making out with whoever,
them, whatever.
And not really caring about it.
And then ranting about it. Oh my god.
And then fraternities and sororities and rushing and all that stuff. And so it's a really fascinating feeling of like realizing I'm around the same age, but also probably nowhere near. Yeah. In terms of maybe maturity or just of experiences. But I can relate to that of like feeling like I've had a lot of like probably more lived experiences than other people. Because I mean, in the same boat, I think during high school, sophomore, junior year, we was evicted, and we was kind of, I can't remember for how long, but we was kind of moving from hotel to hotel.
God, yeah.
And that was high school. And so.
There's like right when you're developing too. Like
Yes.
Yeah.
And then there was
it's
like
a pivotal time.
I think we settled for a bit, and then COVID happened. And then it's a weird feeling of like being at this school and constantly I feel like just constantly having to worry about the most, frustrating financial situations of like last semester. I didn't even think I was going to have classes in this semester. I didn't think it was going to happen just because of finances. So it's like, it's annoying that finances still has such an impact, and it's frustrating knowing that other people don't have to worry about this kind of thing at all.
Yeah. That was another thing.
It's a frustrating thing.
That was so frustrating. I think like, I didn't know for the first because I didn't have EBT in time for the first I think like 2 months.
I didn't have EBT until this past semester.
Really?
I've only had it for like 4 or 5 months.
No.
It's great.
It's amazing.
It's wonderful.
It's the best.
I love it.
I love it too.
This is fantastic.
No, I know. But I remember like not knowing when I was just really down bad the first few months of my first year at USC. I was like estranged from my family too, so there was like zero help anywhere. It was just
support.
me. And so I didn't know when I would like eat next. And like, I just like to be around these people who were just like, oh my God, let's go here, all requiring money, or like, oh my God, let's like do this. Like literally everything everyone did was requiring money. And I was just like, girl,
I don't want to think about this.
I don't want to think about this, please. I do not want to think about this. And I you know what? During that time, I was able to create some things, but and I realized that actually I was able to. It's like in the times of distress and stuff, there's always this outlet there, and it's like I think it's really cool that it's always there.
Yeah.
And I was able to start writing my first musical during that time, which was really cool. So I guess there's a blessing that came out of it. And also I don't think that I wouldn't be the person I am today if I didn't go through
of course
that. And now everything is like has been smooth sailing since then.
Yeah.
Am I in debt? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
But we're
surviving.
We're surviving. And honestly, there's if I wasn't in debt for this, I'd be in debt for something else.
Yeah, it's inevitable.
It's inevitable. This is what I wanted to do. And I don't plan on getting a house anytime soon. So
No. And plus the career that we're hopefully going into, I mean, there's always a possibility that something could happen. There's a possibility that, in just one day or overnight, you don't have to worry about that all of a sudden. And it's like, that's kind of cool. It's cool as hell.
That's cool as hell.
It's kind of cool as hell.
It's kind of cool as hell.
At what point did you feel like the tables were turning? Well, how the turntables. But at what point did you feel like the tables were turning in terms of your perception of USC and feeling like you belonged?
Ooh, that's really good.
On the dot.
I love that. Clocked it. I think. I think it was spring semester of my second year, I think, which is when I was in Chavez Ravine.
That was when I started acting.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Travis Ravine?
Yeah, I was in Chavez Ravine, which was like the main stage, the first main stage in the new building.
Okay, cool.
Is that the third? Was that
in the new building?
In the new the DAB.
That was the first. Oh,
yeah.
I did hear about that. Yeah. You was in that? I want you to finish this, and I want you to tell me about. I want you to tell me about that. Yeah.
So it was the first time it was so recent. It feels so recent. Or maybe it was a little bit the fall semester before. Like I got a little taste of, because I had a directing class and they were actually so, like everyone in that class was so cool.
Yeah.
Like that's when I met Marina. That's when I met Gabe. That's when I met like a bunch of like theater people. And I was just like, ooh, I like this. This feels like community. This is nice.
Yeah,
I got a little taste. And then spring semester, I was in Chavez Ravine And I didn't realize how like amazing, how amazing it could be. Like it's just, I finally realized, I guess, because it takes me a while. It takes a while for me to understand how people work.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm in a new place. That's something that I struggle with. Is like I always need to know how the people work.
Yes.
Because otherwise, I'll feel unsafe.
If I have no foundation, I don't know if I'm going to feel wanted.
Exactly. And so I just experienced this beautiful family of like there are some productions where you don't feel very familial vibes, but this production in particular was very familial, and it felt very warm and embracing and beautiful. And some of the most amazing people that I've ever met were in that show.
Yeah.
And I think that's when I really began loving USC, and I was just like, okay, I love that USC challenges us, like makes us competitive with each other, but also at the same time, there are breeding grounds for community.
Yes.
And it's so awesome. And I don't think that most schools get that.
No.
Like, I don't think, like, the amount, like, of tryhards we have here, you know what I mean? Like, everyone does everything. Everyone's
a multi-hyphenate.
Yes. And everyone knows somebody that is, like, super cool, or, like, everybody is someone that is cool.
Yeah.
And it's so inspiring. And like finally, like my perspective changed. I was looking at people as these like talented, like little pools of beauty instead of these like just wretched, like privileged white people.
Yeah.
And it was so awesome. And like, are there still like some elements of like, superficiality that like exist within USC?
It's inevitable in this field.
Of course it exists. But at the same time, it's like they don't make up the communities that make
it's not the majority.
Make this beautiful,
No.
It's really awesome. So
Travis Ravine.
Dios mío, I love that oh, okay. I love the people that I worked with. I loved, like, it was a fun show.
Embracing myself.
Right. Brace yourself. But I think it was just like, I think there's things that could have been done better to give more justice to the community.
Like what?
I just think that some of the things were poorly written. But I'm just like
it could have been a better portrayal.
Better written. I think I'm just like a dick when it comes to words.
It's okay.
Like, my favorite lyricist is Kendrick Lamar. Like, come on.
Okay, so perfection.
Come on now. So perfection.
The
so the bar is...
It has to be excelling.
In heaven at this point.
So it's fair.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I think that... Well, actually, okay. I think that they did a really good job at... this play was, like, really enjoyable. And it did a really good job at portraying, like... the historical artifacts of Travis Ravine and like the stuff, the displacement of the families that that occurred at the Dodger Stadium.
Yeah.
Before it was the Dodger Stadium, but I think that they're like, as an actor, like coming from an actor perspective, like there are some things that just weren't clicking. Like there are some times where I would be like, "Oh, what's my motivation for this?" And the director would be, "It's just funny."
Oh, okay.
And I'd be like, oh, yeah, like, yeah, but like,
okay.
I was just like, I don't know, I want like a reason. Like for me, and it could be just me because I really do like having a reason for everything. Like I'm obsessed with like even if something's funny, like everything should have like tie into something. You know what I mean? Like I just really, I'm a sucker for that.
Yes, sir.
And it was very just like surface level. This is what it is. There's nothing much to it. Just be goofy, basically. And I was like... Considering
how serious and political the actual topic is.
Yeah, exactly. So, and I think that there are some people that had the same opinion while we were doing it. But, I think that it's a play that nobody else, like there's no other play like it.
Yeah.
So it was really enjoyable too. I think it's really good for what it is. But I do think that it could have been...
improved.
It could have been improved, of course. As most things could have been.
Of course.
But I think it was a lovely first play to be in. It's a paradox, again, guys.
just grateful for what we have.
Yeah, grateful for what we have. And I'm grateful for the people. And again, I'm grateful for the history because a lot of people left the play saying, oh, I didn't know about this.
And that's what we want.
Yeah. So my little qualms as an actor don't mean much if people are leaving the play with these questions. And well, not questions, but with this knowledge that they didn't have before.
Yeah. What's your favorite, what's been your favorite production or set that you've been on?
Oh, God. I'd say I genuinely feel like you're gonna say I'm wrong, but I genuinely feel like I have not been on much.
You're wrong.
I would say so far. So Mario,
Okay.
our good friend Mario, we love and adore.
Love Mario.
Love Mario. I was on his little proof of concept
I'm
for
so mad I wasn't there. Oh, so mad.
for Camaria, and it was.
You guys reunited. I was pissed.
I know.
I wanted to be there.
I know. I'm sorry. And I think that's probably my favorite one so far. I can show you. I can send it to you.
It looked like it was a blast.
It was beautiful. It was beautifully shot. And there's like meaning behind these things. I just love meaning, okay? And
I had no idea.
no, I don't have.
No
We
clue.
didn't know that.
You didn't know that.
But I find that a lot of, I don't know, like the scenes that I haven't worked much with SCA besides Metamorphosis. But I just feel like there's not much.
It's not giving you enough to work with.
No.
Okay, that's fair.
And
That's a great point.
his film, it was so short. It was just 5 minutes, right? It gave a lot more to work with, and there was a point. It was political. It was thriller-esque. It was psychological. It had like a lot of layers that I could work with as an actor and experiment with, and I think that was probably the best project so far that I've worked on. But right now, my favorite project is my own. It's
You know how much of a flex it is to say that? That's so cool.
It's like, oh my God. Every time I do revisions, I'm just like,
That's so cool.
I get so excited because I'm like, oh my God, people can actually sit down and analyze this. Like they can analyze it and find something new every time. And that's what makes me excited about art, you know?
Yeah.
Like Hamilton.
Yeah.
I love Hamilton. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care that people don't like Lin-Manuel Miranda. I love Hamilton because every time you watch that show, it's a fact. You find something new. You associate something differently with, you know what I mean? Like, I just love that shit. It gets me going.
To say that you love your own piece, like that's such a great feeling.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Because you should be passionate. You should be
I am
passionate enough about your own work.
Excited about it. And I want you to see it so bad.
I would love to
I
see
want you
it.
to see it so bad.
I would love to see it.
Right now, we are looking for a director,
Mm-hmm.
which is going to be my hardest, it's a little bit of my,
It's going to be your hardest task.
yes.
Yeah.
Just because there's not many people, there's about 3 people in SDA that have experienced the same things that I've written in
I see.
that story. And one of them said that he just wants to act in it. And I was just like,
Okay.
I would love for you to act in it, but I need a director.
Yeah.
And the other one is, I was going to ask her, but she's in Blue Stocking. So I was like, I
She's
can't
going to
really
be
ask her.
occupied. Yeah.
And the third person's me. So yes.
I see.
So that's my little thing right now, but that's my favorite project right now. No offense to every project I've been on, but I'm very biased, and it means the world to me. I haven't seen a play get put on. Maybe I should tell you the long line of it. I'm like literally talking about it, and I'm not even. So it's essentially about a young couple, a teen couple that is navigating the responsibilities of parenthood amidst their like illicit affiliations in the ghetto.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a couple, they're survivors.
Okay.
And it has a lot of Chicano culture, has some gang culture in there. The vibe is based off of Chicano gang culture, but it's not about that.
Okay.
It's about
That's just a backdrop.
It's a backdrop, yeah. And it's mainly the materialization of generational trauma and its cycles. And it's kind of just like this physical moment of generational wounds and coping.
Okay.
So it's
Wow.
really exciting.
Wow.
I love trauma.
Wow.
It gets me going. It's so fun.
You, I think, are probably the first person that I've heard really kind of talk about, or it really seems that there's a lot of decision making when it comes to choosing what you want to be a part of, which is very interesting because I feel like that's what a lot of like people like to do. And that's what you work for. That's so that you get to a point where you don't have to. You can choose what you want to work with.
Yeah.
But it seems like that you kind of already have a sense of that now where you're like, a lot of the stuff that I'm seeing that is not worthy enough, so I don't think I'm going to contribute to it. Is that like the mindset that you feel like you have?
Oh, you mean like
the quality of writing?
The
like
quality
if
of
it's
writing,
not
like,
good enough, you're like, I'm not really feeling this.
When it comes to picking like what I want to be in and stuff like that, obviously like we can't pick. Sometimes we have to make a living.
Sometimes you just have to.
Sometimes we have to live.
You need something for the portfolio.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that whenever I'm on a team or like if I'm acting in something, I'm never judging how the director and the writer have gone about things.
Okay.
Like when I'm there, I'm just there. I'm your puppet.
Yeah.
You control me. You know what I mean? Type shit.
Okay.
So I'm just their person to like my whole mindset is like I'm gonna do as much as I can for you.
Yeah.
As much as I possibly can.
I want to make you happy.
I want to do this to give as much, again, I love that word, justice to the character that has been given to me, especially if people like say like, hey Delila, like I thought that you would fit this role. Like, oh my God.
That is such an honor.
Oh my God.
It's been so like it's the best feeling to have someone.
It's the best feeling.
Unprompted out of nowhere. Just be like, yeah, so someone told me about you. Or, I just thought you'd be ideal for this.
Yeah. And like sometimes, and so like I am auditioning for a lot of stuff all the time. And I'm not very picky about that. It's just when it comes to my own stuff, I feel like that's it's just usually my own stuff has some element of healing involved. Mm. So whenever I write or create or anything, it's always with the intention of healing, whether it is to create a catalyst for emotion, like anger, sadness, happiness, joy, anything. That's like always my intention. I think that's what makes me really excited about that.
Okay.
I love acting for the possibility. Like I usually don't like, I will be honest, this is really bad of me, but I usually don't spend as much time like analyzing like a play that I'm in as much as I probably should, but I will spend a lot of time in the character's brain. It's just with my own
You're a character
work.
actor.
Yeah. Well, character actor, what does that mean? Well,
I feel like you're very involved in terms of, or you want to flesh out what the character is before you even dive into it.
Oh yeah. I just love like embodying people. But with my stuff, I'm thinking of everything. Yeah. And it stimulates me. I think that's just like really stimulating to me, and that's like my outlet. But acting is more so of like, ooh, this is intriguing to me because I get to explore this person's brain. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if that answered your question. It probably didn't.
I think it does.
Okay, cool. I swear to God, I love acting.
Don't worry about it.
I swear, I love all things creative. There's just something about, there's something about
I know
creating your own stuff.
Do you feel like, there's something unique about it? Mm-hmm. Creating your own stuff is just, I think for a while, I mean, and of course, it's just wanting to get experience in, wanting to get the connections and know people, and also figuring out what exactly am I in love with when it comes to production. Mm-hmm. And so doing projects for other people. You
just recently did yours, right? I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember things.
It was, having up to that point of being in other people's stuff and just being like, I don't think I could direct, or I don't think it'd be a possibility for me to even consider that. And then getting to a point where it's like, okay, I'm going to direct this and I'm going to do it, and we're doing it, and we did it. And
the best.
And it's like
euphoric.
Oh.
Beautiful.
Whoa. That was crazy and kind of wow. Mm-hmm. But I kind of want to do it again because that creative feeling, that's kind of just weird. And it's also like, well, I don't know. If you create something of your own and you're proud of it and it's actually reviewed really well and it's actually really good, it's like, whoa, that's got to be like the biggest achievement of my life. I'm going to feel so...
You know what pisses me off?
What? What pisses you off?
No, that feeling is just so beautiful and euphoric. And there's people that get to do that without even, like, because they have their own money or their own facilities. Yeah. And, like, they can do it whenever, wherever. And it almost is like, there is a beauty in in us having to go through the hardship to get to that point.
That's a good point.
But they piss me off because I just want to do it all the time. It's like a high.
And then there's some people that don't take advantage of it or choose to, or are not in it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
And are in it for the money. Financial aspects and whatnot. Whereas there's other people where it's like, I want to see this on screen. I want to create something and I want it to be original and I want it to be on screen and I want it to affect somebody, whether it be emotionally, whether it be, you know?
Yeah. So when you said the first part of that, you know, money and like, you know, making something just to like get, I don't know, approval or like awards for a country that maybe you were never a part of or maybe you don't know anything about. But at the same time, like you wanted to make this big film.
I feel like you're talking about a certain something.
Amelia Perez.
I
can't say much else. I have to watch it. I still have to watch it, but
I had a feeling that you were talking about something. I was wondering what it was. Well, I mean, it seems that you have. Well, you know, I think what made it worse was the fact that after when Zoe won, and then hearing what she said of like, well, this honestly wasn't even for, you know, that wasn't even for you.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I was like, well, that's a really interesting pivot.
That's an interesting thing to say.
Method. Okay. And then, you know, obviously, what, French director that never, he didn't study Mexican culture at all. Doesn't know any of it.
Which is crazy. And no offense to Selena, I love her, but
I saw some thoughts in relation to her performance.
And like I don't also blame her because I am also like a no sapo, like I struggle with my Spanish.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man, like I feel like I really don't want to discredit her performance, but and I know she was working with a dialect coach. But even as a no sabo, I think that you can definitely put in more effort to get into sounding fluent because you grew up with it.
Yes.
And so like, I don't know, man, I feel like there could have been more.
I also think when you're in a project that is extremely representative of you and your people and of you and your culture, I feel like you should obviously feel some like, not entitlement. I feel like you should feel that if this comes out and this is, you know, indicative of my culture, I want to do it justice again. I want to do it justice and I want to do it to the best of my ability and I want to make sure that I am best representing them. I want it to be proud.
Right.
And if there's any chance of this being a mocking or being kind of
J-Lo.
If there's any chance of that, then it's like, well, why would I take that? Why would I do that?
Yeah.
Why would I do that? It doesn't. It's not reasonable.
It's not. No.
No.
That was my sidetrack.
I haven't watched it, but I've never heard something so unanimously destroyed by everyone.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the time where I am mentally able to watch it. And like,
I don't know if there is a time.
If there is a time, I want to be able. I kind of want to. I have this intrigue. I want to be able to watch it from an objective perspective. Unfortunately,
I don't think at this point that we could do that. It's been an entire award cycle, and all I've heard is just negative talk. So I already know what's going to happen.
And I also fear that they only won these awards because of the minority representation and all this stuff, which like further just like it angers me because I almost feel like Wicked is such a I feel as if Wicked is such a better representation of minorities.
Wicked is a better.
It is.
Which is a crazy thing to say because Wicked is not at all.
It's not real.
It's not that.
It's not at all real. About real things. Yeah.
But that's a great point.
Like,
that's a fantastic point, actually.
How
bad can you be to the point that, you know, that's kind
something that's not even real has more representation of minorities than something that's explicitly about Mexican culture. Mexican cartel culture, by the way. Like, okay, let's talk about stereotypes for a second.
You know, and for it to, that's a great point because it's just like, not all representation is representation.
Real.
You know?
Yes.
And so.
Exactly.
This was not the best case of that. And it was so disappointing for the for sure for the transgender community to have that, to have that situation going on and just be like, well, obviously incels and obviously people are going to be even worse about this because exactly.
No, that's exactly what I was thinking. I was just like, this is the liberal propaganda. They are what is it? They are making the frogs gay.
They're making the frogs gay.
This is a serious problem.
This is a serious discussion.
They are making the frogs
no
gay.
joke.
There's no joke. I'm very angry about it.
I am not laughing.
I will.
I am not laughing. I'm pissed.
He's pissed. I will not buy a frog anymore.
My God.
No. We are boycotting frogs.
We are boycotting frogs. I never want to see one.
Me either.
But no, I completely understand that. But no, I don't think I'm gonna ever watch that movie.
Okay.
I don't think there's a movie.
That is fair.
That's something like Cats. I don't think I need to watch it.
That is very fair.
I don't think it's gonna add to my quality of life.
That's very fair. I like that. Yeah.
Plus, AMC didn't have it on the list, so
yeah.
Why would I watch it?
Yeah, why would you?
What was your? Well, I mean, what was? Well, actually, who did you think was going to win for the Oscars? What did you watch the Oscars?
I did not.
Okay. Do you know what happened at the Oscars?
You know what's so funny? During the Oscars, I don't know why. Like, I usually am really good at watching the Oscars.
For some reason, I just really like all the award shows. I like to know what's happening.
I'm really good at usually watching. For some reason this year, I don't know. I think maybe it was the Emilia Perez thing that maybe put me off or something. It was an interesting award
season.
So
understandable.
I thought that Wicked was gonna win though. I definitely like
for what?
From what I heard for Best Picture.
Well, you thought Wicked was gonna win Best Picture?
Well, yeah. I did. What are the other options?
Wicked, The Brutalist, A Complete Unknown, Dune Part 2, I think.
I haven't seen.
I'm Still Here. I wonder if that was a part of the options. Conclave, that was really great.
I've only seen Wicked.
You've only seen Wicked.
Which is so crazy because my Letterboxd has been going crazy recently. I've been watching a movie a day.
You've been watching a movie a day?
God.
And how have you not watched any of the Oscar-nominated films?
I have this thing where I don't watch things that are like I have to...
Recent?
Yeah. Like I have to say, unless it's Kendrick Lamar, I will not watch things that are recent. I don't know why. Like... have you not been consuming like media recently in terms of like recent media? I guess I don't. I'm not on my phone as much as I think I am.
I mean, props to you. That's
I'm
a great thing.
I'm a big book reader.
That's a great thing.
Whore.
I'm trying to be that.
A book whore?
I'm trying to be that. I need to be that.
I love being a book whore. It's the best. I'm
jealous.
And it's so funny because the most I'll be on TikTok is to be on TikTok Shop. Like I'll just be like, oh, this is cool. I will be less on the Reels.
On the actual app?
Yeah, and I'll be more in like the TikTok Shop.
Wow.
It's just fascinating to me. I got some brownies once. Some Swedish candy.
You got really brownies from TikTok.
It was really good. And some Swedish candy.
Okay, Swedish family, I may need to reinstall the app. I may hold on now. That's fascinating.
Thank you.
Wow. Are you on Instagram often?
Yeah.
That wasn't convincing.
No, yeah, I am. I just think that I get overstimulated really easily.
I get January or not January, freshman year or sophomore year, I think I just kind of muted everyone's stories. And so there's like a select few that I don't mute their stories, and but everyone else, I was like, I don't know. I don't want to know. It's not an ego thing. It's not a real thing.
No. That's
it's just
understandable.
Maybe it's an insecurity thing, or maybe it's just I genuinely can't handle the thought of other people doing these kind of things because I'm gonna feel horrible and I spiral. So
spiraling.
Can't do it.
It's good to protect yourself too.
Yeah. But
sorry. I mean, I should have been a better film person. I recently, know, even last year, Zone of Interest was last year, right?
Yeah.
Even the last year's Oscars, I'm just getting to those ones.
For real?
I just watched Zone of Interest and I love it. It's probably like my favorite movie right now.
I haven't watched Zone of Interest yet. Heard a lot about it.
So disgustingly good. Disgustingly excellent and perfectly
Devastated.
made.
Yeah.
It's so perfect. It's so gut wrenching, and I love it so much.
I'm gonna watch it. Have you seen Oppenheimer?
Of course. Barbenheimer.
Just had
That
to make
was
sure.
my shit.
Just had to make sure. Had to make sure.
Love Oppenheimer.
What old films have you been watching?
Old films?
You said you was watching older films, right?
Oh, let's check, shall we?
Let's check.
Let's check, shall we?
You know, I have a letterbox. I just don't use it. I just don't have the capacity to write a whole review for a film. I just like feelings. I just like to feel a movie.
This is very real. I like that.
You know,
I kind of like don't. I don't usually write like a whole review. I'll write like a little snippet. I just like keeping track of all the stuff.
Yeah.
I need a letterbox for albums because that's another thing.
I'm sure there is I've seen. Yeah.
I think that's why I'm not on TikTok or like social media as much. Like I'll go and post something.
Okay.
But it's just because like I want the memories of it.
I just post it because I'm like I need an archive or I need some way for people to see what I'm doing.
Yeah, but most of my media I consume from books. Albums have been a big one, and movies. And my last watched movie was The Normal Heart, which was a play originally.
I haven't seen that.
Beautiful movie.
What other films you've seen recently?
Let's see. I've seen The Zone of Interest, Crazy Rich Asians. Again, I
Okay,
rewatched that.
okay.
I needed to have something light after The Zone of Interest.
Fair.
And then Flow.
I haven't seen any of the animated films, but I'm going to.
Flow is so good. It's gut wrenching too, but in like I have a cat, and so if my cat ever experienced this, I think I would die.
Flo and the Wild Robot. I'm gonna watch both of those.
So good.
Transformers 1. I gotta watch that too.
Oh really? You haven't seen it?
No.
Who was that? Megan Fox? Megan Fox is in that one, or was it the other one?
Megan Fox.
The other hot.
Oh, that's the original Transformer movies.
No,
Megan Fox.
Oh my. Crybaby. With
I haven't heard these.
Crybaby. Johnny Depp. Young Johnny Depp.
No, I haven't heard that.
Love that movie. It's a good one. It's kind of crazy.
What's your favorite movie of all time? Sorry.
Oh God.
Sorry, I had to do it.
It
was inevitable.
It was inevitable.
I'm not asking you for your top 3. I'm making it easy.
No, you are making
I'm
it easy.
Probably making it harder.
You're making it harder.
Sorry about that. Sorry.
My top 3 would have been easier. Probably.
Sorry.
Am I gonna say that? I think 2001: Space Odyssey.
My sister would probably agree with you.
It's just like it's self-actualization in a movie.
I'm a third of a way into it.
Yeah, it's hard watch. It's like it's long.
It's long movies is not hard for me at all. It's just that I feel like I want to do justice to those movies and have my full attention. And if I'm doing multi-screen, I feel like I'm just not.
No, I get you.
It's gonna be I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Which is why I love the theater so much.
Real.
Yeah.
What's your favorite movie? Oh, how the turntables.
I wasn't prepared for this.
Pikachu.
That was really good. My go-to in my head right now is I always say Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I don't know why.
I was literally gonna rewatch that like last night. That's crazy.
For some reason in my mind, there's so many other films that I've loved. Obviously, like Top Gun: Maverick and Singing in the Rain and Babylon and La La Land and Oppenheimer and Dune Part 2 and any Al Pacino movie and a lot of other stuff too. Moonlight as well.
Moonlight.
Yes.
It was between Space Odyssey and Get Out.
Get Out's a great one.
I love Get Out.
Nope is honestly up there for me.
Really? I haven't seen it. I'm a big Jordan Peele person, and I haven't seen Nope.
How are you a big Jordan Peele person? You haven't seen
I
Nope?
don't know, because I've been waiting for the right moment.
The right moment was when it came out in theaters.
This is true.
Delilah.
This is true. I don't know what I was doing at that time.
Haven't seen Nope. Unbelievable. It's okay.
Now I will. Now I have motivation to see it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I think my mind always just goes to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I think that was a movie that I was kind of just, I don't know why. Maybe that created this image of Hollywood in my mind that I just love so much.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was just, I love movies within a movie.
Mm-hmm.
And Babylon was that movie. That was huge. Yeah, I think I just kind of love that era, and I think that movie was just a tribute to LA, and I think I just really love LA.
Live and die in LA. Do you know that song?
I don't know
Tupac.
what that is.
No, Machiavelli.
I just got my black card
You
removed.
did just get your black card removed.
Damn. That was embarrassing. And I won't even cut that out too. I'll keep it in too. That's embarrassing for me.
Oh my god. It's okay. You're not from the West Coast, so
well, from Vegas, but no, it's not.
Why did
I had to say that. That makes it worse. Okay.
Oh god.
Permanently removed.
Yeah.
Anyways, Delila.
Yeah.
You were in. Actually, no. What do you feel like is your biggest achievement?
Oh god.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You're welcome.
Thanks. My biggest achievement is allowing myself the privilege to create. That's the big, I think, I feel emotional saying that because I think that like throughout my whole life, I literally was told that I would never amount to anything. Like I was bullied in high school, which is
wow.
Which is crazy because I was so cute. I was so adorable, and I was just like, "Why would you bully me? That's so. Why are you doing this to me?" No, I'm just kidding. But like, I had a lot of people that like didn't believe in me for a long time, and I didn't believe in myself because I like, well, yeah, when people tell you that you're gonna believe it,
reflect what they are saying to you.
Especially if you are a little kid, and I think that I'm so proud of myself.
You should be.
I'm so proud of myself for being brave and being able to do this without like, essentially, like I think if anyone told me anything now, like I would still keep going.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that like it takes a lot, and I'm so just thankful for the life that has been given to me, and I'm so thankful for the people around me. I'm so thankful for these opportunities. I'm so thankful for USC, for you, for people like you, for other creators that motivate me. Like it's just like I'm just happy to be here. I'm genuinely just happy to be here. Like that's my biggest accomplishment. It will always be that. It will always, it will never change. I don't think that
that's good.
Any amount of anything will change how I feel about like I just feel like the accomplishment, like the physical accomplishments are just like, they're just like little whipped cream on top, like little, like, yeah, it's nice. But the main thing is like being able to be here and be the person that I was always meant to be, you know?
You are a brilliant human being.
Thank you.
You absolutely are. Absolutely are.
Thank you.
With House of Harmony, how was that experience?
It was so magnificent. I think that's the word for it.
How did you get involved?
How did I what?
How did you get involved?
Martin, my good friend Martin, I love you. He
very talented.
Very talented.
Him and Sean, man.
Him and Sean, yeah.
Man.
If there's anyone to interview, it's those two. For
absolutely.
Sure. He was, there was the casting and crew call, whatever, and I saw that they had already casted the actors, and I just loved the marketing. Yeah. I was like, oh, like maybe this was the Marshall side of me. I was just like,
this is kind of
smart. I like this. This is cool.
It's innovative.
And then I loved what it was representing and how it was inspired by Beyonce. Right. And I just had, and there are some pieces of art that other people make that are like, that I'm just like, I need to be in this because like it just means
I've had that so
much,
times.
Right? Ugh. And I love when people are passionate about, and I think I've just like, I haven't seen many of those opportunities, maybe because I've just been busy with other stuff or whatever.
They don't come up often.
They don't. I don't think they do. And they were just so passionate about this, like so. And I love when people are passionate about their projects.
So many people was involved in this.
Oh, it's so great. And so many people. Every single one of them, the most talented people ever. Like every single one of them.
If you knew a creative, they were probably involved.
Yes, and it was like I saw you and I was like, of course he's involved. Of course he was. But then I auditioned. Keep in mind, a bunch of Kaufman dancers Like there was, I think, 2 of us that weren't Kaufman dancers.
Yeah.
And that was also amazing. Like
That's called talent.
Oh my God. I like love that I was able to be in this with these Kaufman dancers.
Well
like,
deserved.
So inspiring. Oh my God.
Y'all
like
were a great team.
The way they move their bodies was like inspiring to me because I didn't know that I was able to move just like that. Like I had so much freedom.
It was
like
freeing.
It was so
That's
freeing.
So cool.
I love and I don't have any of their Instagrams. We don't talk, but like I have so much love and appreciation for them.
Give their Instagrams.
And that's the most beautiful thing about art, I think.
Yeah.
Like it's sometimes you're gonna work with someone once, and
that's a great point. Yeah.
you're gonna always have love for them.
Yeah.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
Isn't that so beautiful? And it teaches you the art of letting go.
That's a great point.
And savoring and letting go. Isn't that so beautiful?
That's a great
because
point.
Just because a thing is short doesn't mean it's not gorgeous and stunning.
I feel that way about Metamorphosis. And
Metamorphosis, which will come out to you never, probably.
No, it will. Oh, it will.
We're gonna make it happen.
Oh, we'll make it happen. That was probably the way you was talking about. I feel like that applies to Mario, where I'm like, I hope I do get to work with that man again. But in the case that I don't, my opinion and thoughts of him, it's so positive.
So positive.
It's so tremendously positive.
Yeah.
That I'm like, I just love Mario as a creative. And there's been other people I've worked with that have given me the same feeling of like, that was a very pleasurable experience. Just talking with them, getting their wisdom. There was an older gentleman that I met on one set that I was doing, I think grip for or something. And he was an older gentleman, and I don't think anyone was really talking to him. And I just found him so fascinating, and he was just acting so brilliantly. And I just was talking to him, and he was just so kind to just be talking with me. We were just having a great conversation. It was just so cool. And he was kind enough he was so nice. And I remember emailing him, and we started emailing back, and then he was kind enough, and I didn't take advantage of it because of timing. But he was like, my wife, she does acting classes, and if you want to do this, you could, do it for free for a bit. And
oh my goodness.
I think it was like audit and see if you want to do
so
it.
Cool.
But the scheduling never worked out. But I was like, the fact that the person who doesn't even know me just saw that I was curious and was like, here you go. And so
that's so beautiful. The way that you put it like that is so beautiful. Yeah.
That was like so sweet. And there's been
so
so many sweet individuals. And I love this field. I love this field so much. And with Metamorphosis, that was a moment in time that was very unique. That was so positive. And I just remember feeling the best I ever felt during that production. And that was kind of what sealed the deal for me in terms of like acting, of like, this is what I want to do. Definitely sealed the deal of like.
You were so good too. I remember I only saw like a clip of you at some point because I had asked for.
Yeah, we're so great. Hello.
Hi, your podcast booking time is over.
Did I reserve it until 6:30? 6:15. Okay, we'll finish up. All right.
We'll finish up. Thank you so much.
Thank you kindly. Thank you. Bet. It was it was a beautiful experience. It was just working with y'all. Y'all were the best human beings, and seeing you both.
Such a beautiful collaboration of.
It was a fantastic collaboration.
I want a movie with all 3 of us again.
I would love that experience.
I think it would be so beautiful. Not to say that we're awesome.
Not
but
to say that we're
pretty awesome.
Great, but we're kind of great.
We're kind of great, and we kind of work really well together.
Kind of just saying.
Just saying.
Having Evie on, she was just talking about it, and she was just like, just seeing us interacting and seeing us just doing our thing and our dynamic was just so.
I fucking love Evie. I
Evie's
fucking
amazing.
love her so much.
I love her so much as a person.
And I wish
She's so great.
I wish I could. There's so many great people here, and
There's
I wish
so
I
many
could
great people.
reach out all the time.
You should.
And like
that's why I'm doing this. I want to talk to y'all because y'all are just so cool.
They're so amazing.
They're so cool.
I should make a podcast and start inviting people on.
Honestly, do it
as an excuse.
I'll go on. I'm down.
Okay, you hear it now. I'm not kidding. I don't dead ass things.
You guys heard it here
dead
first.
ass. Wait.
You heard it, huh?
I don't.
What?
You heard it here first. If I don't do it, then I'm not a woman of my word. So now I have to do it.
Oh, wow. Fair.
And that's something I take pride in.
Okay, fair.
I'm a man.
Fair. Good. Okay.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first, guys. This was shorter than most episodes, which
that's okay.
my apologies about
No,
that.
it's so okay.
But at the same time, I do feel like we had a great discussion.
We had a great discussion.
And it makes me so happy to hear that you're writing. And I do want to see it.
Of course.
And I can't wait to see your performance. Yeah, I can't wait to see you. I mean, the feeling that I felt when I saw you on stage, I knew that you were in the House of Harmony, but I don't think I knew the capacity. And then seeing you on stage, one of the coolest feelings ever. One of the coolest feelings ever. Because I went with a friend, we were both just like, whoa, this whole thing that's going on. And I remember just being like,
you saw me. He sent me a video, and I didn't have any videos from that day. I saved that
absolutely
bitch.
Right.
I was just like, oh my God. Like,
you're absolutely right.
It meant the world to me that you even like noticed me. I was just like,
hell yeah. Come on. Hell yeah. Come on. Anytime I see anyone I know doing something, I'm like, I got to record this.
Yes. Oh my God. Thank you.
But
you have such a nice heart. You have such a good heart.
It's only because of the people that I've been around. I've had the fortune, and I'm so grateful to know people like you who are just so genuinely kind and sweet and just so talented and so inspiring. And so to see you do your thing and just to know that you're creating and to know, oh man, it's like the best feeling. It's the best feeling.
It's the best feeling. I like cry every time. Like whenever I go to someone's show, like especially someone that's close to me, I'll cry.
Yeah.
I cry every time because I'm just like, they're doing it.
You're doing it.
You're doing it.
You're crushing it.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a show recently of a friend named Danielle, and she, I think, directed and wrote, and she, of course, acted in it and just crushed it. And I was just like, it's just so crazy to see what everyone's capable of. And I'm going to go see a play tonight.
Yay!
The Effect. I think it's at DAB.
That's exciting. I did see that going around.
I'm going to go see it because Alex and Vanessa and another Vanessa, they're all in it. And I'm like, I can't wait to watch. But thank you so much for being here.
Of course.
You're amazing.
You're amazinger.
Oh, stop. Oh, stop. But yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Wow. Lo hicimos. We did it.
We did